What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rayvon
and Brianna.
We got the Rise of Lil Durk documentary part 1. Before we get to the video, thank everybody for subbing,
Thank you.
Watching them videos and hitting that like button for you, heard me?
And staying.
Yeah.
When we ain't been on here.
I'll just play around. We put out the song, I'm ahead of 10,000 views was a lot back then. 5,000, 10,000. It kept going up to 50,000 and shit. So we like, man, we gonna start taking this shit serious.
That's my first song I ever heard. Old dude showed me that song. We was on the bus. He like, hey, check this out. Listen to the album. Damn. Ever since then, I've been messing with him. Yeah, I ain't know him back then. I ain't know we had the dreads.
Them suckers long.
Nah, that's the old Durk. He had the dread.
They ain't that long now, huh? They getting there.
They probably like the same length now. He just had, like, he got more hair.
Mm-hmm.
Or they were thicker right here.
Lil Durk, OTF, what you do, man? Rayvon crazy, man.
Lil Durk is here, ladies and gentlemen. What up, man?
Cabo, LA, everybody, Newski, Fredo, everybody, honestly, they live by. Got a drop on the rapping neck, I be from the rack. You try to slide inside that bitch when you got beef out of that.
Now I'm just sharing, I know you got 300, man. What 300 OTF stand for?
I said OTF stand for only the family, man. I was going through that pain alone. I was going through that phase alone.
He sounded legit like it. Bright.
What's going on, man? Let us know, let us know who you are. Let us know who Lil Durk is.
No, they was way longer there.
Number one, what you think it's going to take to get there? Hard work. What kind of hard work? Hard work is everything these days.
Video, music. Once you put them out, you'll be on more shit.
Durk Banks, aka Lil Durk, was born and raised in the South Side streets of Chicago, Englewood to be exact. Growing up in Chicago,
They had that picture on Facebook.
I ain't never seen that picture.
They're like the dirt you don't see.
Oh, yeah. Look at his hair.
pretty rough for Durk. He didn't really have a father figure either in his life, since his pops, Big Durk, was arrested back in 1993 for getting caught up in a crack cocaine distribution ring, receiving life in prison when Durk was just 7 months old, bro.
It was two ways: basketball or streets. Basketball ain't for everybody, man. My dad
he can hoop too.
Hop to the streets. I was like 10, 9.
Durk's father was actually released last year, as you can see here. He didn't really care for school either and dropped out of high school. Soon after, he joined the Black Disciples, a notorious gang that plagues the Chicago streets. They even caught his dad with $8 million worth of drugs or some shit. Crazy.
Yeah, caught $8 million in like 6 bricks. Like $8 million, 6 bricks. Famous story right there. Shit.
Durk was actually making a few songs here and there before he even blew up.
Yeah, I heard of him. Word around, I be that man. BBG 220 shit. Keep the brain like Peter Pan. 300 bulldogs, you know we running packs. We don't need extra niggas to tell us where it at. Yeah. I feel good.
Hey, you know that shit old, eh?
Lifestyle, my dad's again. Lamb run. 300. If you ain't with Lamb run, you ain't getting money.
Durk even started his own crew back in 2010 with OTF, Only the Family. But it wasn't really until he dropped these 2 songs and music videos on YouTube with Sneak Dissin' and I'm a Hitter.
I'm a hitter by myself. I'm a hitter by myself. I don't need nobody else.
He then went on to drop his debut mixtape, I'm a Hitter, in August of 2011. Lil Durk was just one of many Chicago drill rappers that were hot during the time, along with rappers like Lil Reese, SD, Fredo, Ball Out, Tato, you name it. And obviously Chief Keef, which was actually the reason I got put on to Lil Durk, with one of Durk's videos being recommended on the side of a Chief video. Durk was starting to gain his own buzz and wave during this time, but he ended up getting arrested towards the end of 2011 after he was pulled over and had possession of a gun. He served 3 months in jail before he was released on bond.
I'm trying to push you like a box. Come down here again. Nigga, move that car.
Dang.
Nigga, boy, Space it. Go space it.
How you met that dirt?
Durk knew he had to chill out and get serious with the music now, especially since his baby moms had just recently given birth to his first child, Angelo. Once he got out, he was not playing any games, bro. Not only was 2012 the rise of like drill music in general in Chicago, but it was the year that Lil Durk's life would change forever.
We some wild niggas. Too many say they drilling, niggas ain't even killing. You shooting, not killing. I can't trust myself, OTF.
I like that song.
But this is what I rep, OTF. That's CBE. We gon' jack you, don't get wrapped up. We got hitters, call them clappers. We gon' rob them if we tax them. Niggas know my city hot. Ralph Lauren take me hot. Shawty want the Diddy block. Told the bitch to give me twat.
Durk ended up dropping his second mixtape, I'm Still a Hitter, on April 3rd, 2012. This tape made hella waves and had a couple standout tracks, but my favorites being the songs like Right Here, which got remixed by Meek Mill at the end of the year, Eater, which eventually got a remix with Soulja Boy, and of course the anthem that started it all, L's Anthem.
L's up for them business. L's up for them business.
This is a song that many would say started the whole war in Chirac. If you look at the YouTube comments now, many of the community know about this. Another Chicago rapper, Rico Reckless, even says it here in this clip.
All that BDK shit started, nigga, really because of Durk. Lil Durk started all that shit, bro. My own niggas don't trust him. Brick Squad, I said fuck him.
Dude, fuck Rico Reckless, dude.
Just put it out and then I never take fun of me. So I was hate. So JoJo, he actually, wow, niggas want to say fuck Brick Squad, fuck us.
Dude,
these niggas pay 300, bitch, I'm BDK.
Another rapper from Chicago, Lil Jojo, made a response to that L's Anthem song with the song BDK, which eventually got him gunned down not too long after. But that's a little off topic. So Lil Durk around this time is getting hella buzz. And I remember this shit vividly, bruh. Being a senior in high school and really just being fascinated by this entire drill wave and Chicago rappers like Chief Keef and Durk and them boys, because I had never really seen anything like it. Durk actually ended up going back in jail for another 3 months, from April to July. This is actually where he had to cut his dreads off. I know that boy Durk was mad as hell, bro.
I went to jail. That's one of their processes. Cutting your hair. They sent me to the hole. I got the hole. I'm like, fuck it. They gonna keep holding me in this motherfucker. I just cut my shit. I looked in the mirror, I have a peanut head.
It's crazy how this was only a couple days after he signed his record deal with Def Jam. Him and Lil Reese actually signed at the same time.
Go ahead.
Durk comes out of prison for the second time and drops the song 52 Bars. Now with Durk buzzing heavy, he ends up continuing the heat with a mixtape called Life Ain't No Joke on October of 2012, with bangers such as Rider, Molly Girl, and Days of Our Lives. Man, I used to bump these shits on the daily, bruh.
The shit.
Now with 3 mixtapes under his belt, it was time for Durk to get serious, and his label wanted him to drop another single. So he ends up releasing the song This Ain't What You Want in May of 2013. It was clearly a hit right away, and many people were put on to Durk from this song. And it was dope too, because this sounded a lot like his original sound, so it wasn't like he changed it up or anything. But unfortunately for Durk though, he ends up going back to prison on June 5th, 2013 for having a loaded gun after he threw it into his car as police approached him. I actually remember when this happened, bro. I was like, damn, it's over for Durk. This is his second gun charge. There's no way he's getting out of this. But you know how that goes and how lawyers work, so his bond was actually $100K. And this is actually what kind of sparked the beef between him and Chief Keef, because he expected Chief to bail him out no problem, since they all were affiliated, and we all know Chief could afford it. But he didn't, and they ended up just going back and forth with each other on Twitter, sneak dissing on certain songs, you name it. Their relationship has always been kind of weird.
Yeah, they got love-hate relationship. One day cool, one minute.
Durk
They
was
not.
even in one of Chief Keef's first music videos called Bang.
But
they were subtweeting, didn't even say each other's name, but I knew exactly who they was talking about. I'm like, oh hell no. So I called Keith like, bro, y'all tweaking, bro.
This was also around the time where Durk heavily started affiliating himself with French Montana and being under that whole Coke Boys brand. He was always shouting them out. You could hear the Coke Boys tag in his songs. He was featured on the Coke Boys tapes, or French was featured on a song, vice versa. But he actually never officially signed any paperwork, so it was kind of just like a family thing, putting Durk under his wing kind of thing. But he did make it seem like he was signed from watching all these interviews.
Having Coke Boys, so.
That's official?
Yeah.
You signed with French.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying you never really signed with French?
No.
Alright, should he have signed to Coke Boys? In hindsight, nah, because look at how Lil Durk's career turned out. So, I don't know.
Man, signed to the streets, OTF 300 shit, Lamron GB, shout out to Richie Sosa, you know, Fredo SD, everybody rocking with the new. It's just off today, feature money. I got stuff to do. Grew up off Link, and on I come. Savage in the streets, ain't no hoeing no. I be sipping lean until my face is numb.
Later that year, though, after a couple of delays, he ends up dropping one of the hardest tapes of 2013, bro. Let alone one of my favorite mixtapes ever, with Signed to the Streets. There's just way too many bangers on this, bro. This was actually supposed...
You can see the process.
The difference in the music.
Yeah, as he got, more comfortable, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck did I do? That's it?
Hey, what are you doing?
What did I push?
Nothing. You paused it.
Oh, there go the sign. The sign went off.
Oh, right there.
Ash. I remember taking driving classes, bumping this shit with my driving instructor, bro.
He just bumped
Like,
everything.
why do you listen to this violent stuff? I was like, listen, bro, introduce me to the streets. He also ended up dropping 52 Bars Part 3 at the end of the year. Shit was gas.
I got my game. You a whole nigga, I got your chain. Since shots, you mention my name.
Mama raised me dolo. All I know is YOLO. I came from USPA to rock and regular polo.
Smoke out by the banks. 20 and showing these niggas can't takes. Money Ruger leave a nigga with face. Top of the top. Niggas saying Lil Durk and boy. Never white, never saying what I thought. One thing never saying to the cops. They got the 40, I got a Mac up. Bullets to his face, police cop for back up. It's all bad for a nigga. Crew set up, all set for a nigga. 40 Ruger shooters. Gave out what I had for a nigga.
Hey, what that song was again? What the name of that song again? It was Migos in there too, huh?
What is it?
Quavo was in there. Durk. Little nigga.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I gotta download that bit again. Damn, I forgot about that song.
I used to like it. I don't know why I stopped listening to it.
Boy, play no games, keep up, need no aim, Lil Durk, need no fight, pricing, need Kodak.
Yeah, you can see a big difference in his music.
Yeah.
Like he found his flow.
We've been working.
Once you get more money, then you can better studio. Quality of the music get better.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta start off, in your closet or whatever. I was in some studio with some dude. He had in his room, just making songs and stuff.
That's what some people start, like in the basements and stuff.
Yeah. Then once you get money and pay for studio time and all that,
Like
better
Hustle and
music.
Flow, bro. You see how they did it? With their little stuff on the wall.
Whoop that shit.
Get 'em.
Whoop that shit.
I'm dead.
I'ma make you recognize I ain't playing. If you violate off the top, you gotta go.
You know it's hot out here.
Hey, boy, I used to be on LimeWire, man. Boy, download all that shit.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, whoop that shit.
Get 'em. Y'all are retarded.